So the Hydra's really cool. So it casts 2, so we're paying 3. 1, 2, 3. Auto pay there. And now we're going to give it haste, which is great. And we're actually going to double the counters on it, which is groovy as well. Our opponent down to 3. We have trample as well on him, so it's one of the better combos that we could do. And again, he's up to 5. He can play, but we have such a stacked hand that nothing he does will be enough. Really? So he thinks he can win the game this turn. Does he have us in an infinite combo? I'm incredibly interested why he just wiped the field on us. I would have attacked and then done that. Ooh, tails, and he countered the effect of him losing the game. Very nice and very well done. I like that quite a bit. One haste, one counter, over for 10, and that's game. Quite the combo there. I guess he just wanted to show us that he... Hey, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to check out Hello Good Game. Today we're continuing our Magic the Gathering Guide for Beginners budget deck series, and we have worked our way all the way through the monocolors, and we're into Budget Gruul today. And this is a bit of a beast. If it goes off in a big way. We're still fine-tuning it in little ways, and so like all the other budget decks, we're using 6 rares and 1 mythic rare. So if you have more rares and more mythics that you would like to incorporate into the deck, by all means go ahead and incorporate those into the deck. I definitely recommend that. It's just going to make it stronger. For the most part, as long as they make sense with the deck, right? With that being said, we have 2 Kraul Harpooners. These are great because it's going to take down a flyer for us. 2 Paradise Druids. These are great because it's going to ramp. Barkhide Troll. This is coming in with counters, which is amazing. It's a 3/3 for 2. Pretty good value, and then you can give it hexproof if you need to. We have the Zhur-Taa Goblin, which comes in with counters from Riot, which is tasty. Domri's Ambush is going to put a counter on something, and then it's going to be a fight effect, which is great. Voracious Hydra can come in with counters and then a fight, or counters and then double, which is really cool as well. So you'll see how much we're relying on counters in this deck, or tokens, if you will. Again, Grumgully the Generous. Each other non-human enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it, which is great. We only have 1 Gruul Spellbreaker. Obviously, if you have 4 of these, definitely put 4 Gruul Spellbreakers in this deck. This is an absolute beast of a card. Domri, Anarch of Bolas, Rhythm of the Wild, ramp with Bolas, and attack effects with him during his -2. Rhythm of the Wild is going to give everything Riot, which is really great. And then spells we cast can't be countered as well. Collision, this is just great. It takes down flyers, it gives our guys trample, and it's a huge buff. Gruul Beastmaster, this is going to buff other things when we attack. The only thing we need to keep in mind is that Gruul Beastmaster will not trigger with Grumgully. So we've been thinking about maybe trimming back by 2 and then adding 2. That was our last idea. Or maybe we'll leave it in the middle, 3 and 3. That should be fine. We have a Frenzied Arynx as well. We basically incorporated these to replace the Spellbreaker. It's a little bit more expensive, but it still gets you there, right? Vivien, Arkbow, Ranger. This is our mythic of the deck. Distribute 2 1/1 counters on among up to 2 target creatures. They gain trample until end of turn, which is amazing. And then -3, target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker. And then -5, you may choose a target creature you own from outside the game, reveal it, put it into your hand. And then we have Nissa, who shakes the world, and Thorn Mammoth. We have a couple lands, Rugged Highlands we've incorporated. We could probably put a couple more of those in there as well. We'll craft those. Those are commons, so we should all have easy access to those. And then we'll balance our lands down. With that being said, we do have a little bit of a sideboard because Vivien Arkbow's Rangers -5 ability lets us take a creature card from outside the game. So we have Embrace Shieldbreaker, destroy target artifact, Gnarlback Rhino. It's going to let us draw. Hellkite is just going to kind of be like that wiper against maybe a Cavalcade deck, something like this. And then Rumbling Ruin, we're just putting counters on them. So kind of a little bit of everything here. Obviously, you can expand this as well. However, it is a budget deck, and we didn't have more rares that we wanted to put in there, and there's not so many commons that you can incorporate into that and still be successful. You're better off just pulling those 3 or 4 key cards, which we try to incorporate. Ugh. So that is Gruul Ramp. If you're looking forward to seeing me get my butt whooped with it, make sure to go ahead and like this video. All right. Let's get through this. Thorn Mammoth in hand is pretty groovy. 7's quite the accomplishment with no ramp. We're gonna mulligan. We'll keep 6. We'll toss our collision and try just to stay creature heavy. We're just going to hit him with haste. Try to burn him down as quickly as we can. Rhythm of the Wild's not the worst. So our opponent's obviously playing Esper stacks. So we want to put as many permanents on the field as we can. And then also we need to keep in mind that he has Kaya's Wrath, right? So they need to be non-creature permanents because he's going to wipe the field and then hit us with the Doom Foretold. So Rhythm of the Wild's great for that. Over for 5. It's not terrible. We could get there next turn if we draw another forest. Oh, pays life. Which is fine, to be honest. Let's let our goblin go. We're going to play haste and then a counter, which is great. And then we're playing another permanent, which will also have haste, because we know he's got Kaya's Wrath, right? So we're just getting in as much damage as we can. And now all we need is one creature with haste, one anything. Okay, so he's going to gain a little bit of life here. Good for him. This should be game, right? Perfect. So we're able to outpush his Doom Foretold, which is pretty groovy. And again, he was dropping multiple rares on us, and we're able to budget our way through, which is the whole idea of this series, is to get you guys winning as cheaply and as efficiently as possible. Once we're done the series and we've gone through all of the colors that we can do efficiently, budget-wise, I think we're going to go through and restart again and maybe double down on the amount of rares that we're using, right? Or even, I'm thinking we could start an original deck series for different amounts. Excuse me. We're going to keep this here. We'll start out with just a little life gain. We play the tapped land first because it comes in tapped. So if we were to hold that till turn 2, we would only have 1 mana available, which wouldn't be good. Because you want to push that curve, that mana curve, as hard as you can and always use it efficiently. No blocks here. Kind of a weird situation. What do you think he has? If he has a God's Willing, we're going to be a little bit upset. If not, everything should be okay. So that's fine. He's just tapped himself. And let's go ahead and put our Barkhide Troll out on top of our Druid. It does open it up for targeting. It removes the hexproof when it's tapped, but I think it's unlikely that he would remove it. I'm going to put Rhythm of the Wild out. It's a weird play, but it's all we have. Down to 15 with the Riot on board and 2 Riot creatures in our hand. It shouldn't be too bad, right? Chromatic Lantern. Pretty cool. Basically a wasted turn though. So the Hydra's really cool. So it casts 2, so we're paying 3. 1, 2, 3. Auto pay there. And now we're gonna give it haste, which is great. And we're actually gonna double the counters on it, which is groovy as well. Our opponent down to 3. We have trample as well on him, so it's one of the better combos that we could do. And again, he's up to 5. He can play, but we have such a stacked hand that nothing he does will be enough. Really? So he thinks he can win the game this turn. Does he have us in an infinite combo? I'm incredibly interested why he just wiped the field on us. I would have attacked and then done that. Ooh, Tails, and he countered the effect of him losing the game. Very nice and very well done. I like that quite a bit. 1 haste, 1 counter, over for 10, and that's game. Quite the combo there. I guess he just wanted to show us that he had it. Gruul, maybe one of the better archetypes right now, arguably. Rakdos is really strong, I think. Mono red, not so hot right now. Simic is really good, Simic aggro. But again, that's probably going to end in a couple of days here. We'll keep, just because we have the land spread, having 3 lands and then all of your colors available is a really good foundation to begin starting to play a good game from. There's nothing wrong than getting land choked on a turn 2 or turn 3, right? So we do have the Cauldron Familiar in play. Tithy Taker. So this has Afterlife, which is pretty funny because this, I think, is a lot similar to the deck that we've decided to play tomorrow. Yeah. There's not much else we could do. Of course, we're getting the attack, and if we can clear both of these creatures, that would be ideal. That's absolutely fine for us. Arguably, we probably should have held up our collision, and then we could have cleared both of those and kept our Barkhide Troll alive, which is always our main goal, is to keep your guys alive. So this is fine. That's going to require him to sacrifice his creatures for that to gain indestructible. So we'll do it the way we should have done the first time. He might not block, which is fine. We'll end our turn. We're dropping our 5th land next turn. And we're going to sacrifice his Flying Spirit there. He can sacrifice it himself, but all it's doing is giving him indestructible, so that doesn't matter. We just wanted to remove that creature from play so that he can't sacrifice it for his oven, or with his oven, and then put his cat in play. So again, we just want to remove his creatures. He'll sacrifice it. That's fine. Let's see if he chump blocks with the cat. That would be actually ideal because, okay, he won't. If he did chump block, then it would stop his cycle of the cat. But we don't mind playing another Barkhide Troll either, because he needs to play the cat and then sacrifice something else, because the way that the combo is going right now, well, actually here it's fine. He'll just need to leave the oven and the cat alone until my turn, and then he's back in session. Gutter Bones might also help him out quite a bit here, because you can sacrifice that over and over. We're going to go in with Haste. 2 free damage. He's got the oven up to use on his cat. Obviously, we're going to remove a counter and give our Barkhide Troll hexproof, therefore burning his Mortify. And then he chump blocks one of our trolls with his cats by sacrificing it, which is good. It's a good move. You can go really far in the game with this Witch's Oven Cauldron Familiar combo. It's very, very good right now. Blockers have already been declared, and so now if I had another Domri's Ambush, I would use that on the cat because the oven is tapped, right? When you're replaying, your Cauldron Familiar again, you need to wait until it says end turn or like my turn or whatever, right? Again, just looking for one more land, and we've kind of got this in the bag with our Thorn Mammoth. We'll get there eventually. $11. Screw it, let's give him haste. That's what we're all about here. Just aggro, aggro, aggro. If he had access to a flame sweep, then obviously yes, we do want to take them away from 2 and put them onto 3. And he, like I thought, he was going to mortify that goblin regardless. So he sacrifices his cat again, takes 3 damage. We still have 2 trolls on the field. So there's really not much he can do. He's in a losing fight here. Again, because I can give them hexproof at any time, protects them from most things other than just field wipes. So, kind of blows up his whole strategy. Afterlife 2 will help him considerably. And we have almost all the cards on the field here. Let's see if we draw land. Kind of. I mean, it'll get us there eventually. And again, we just need to spam out continuously. Aggro City. Now he could double block and just let it ride, but maybe not ideal. He needs to sacrifice, but he decides that he'll maybe do that later with these Afterlife children of his, I guess, to bring the cat back, which is probably a good play, but we just need to push aggression forward, 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 aggro, aggro, aggro. Kind of like a madman, if you will, in Berserker mode. He's down to 6. He needs a bomb card right there. Ooh, that actually is a very good card. That can cause us to sacrifice our Barkhide Troll. Once it's untapped, of course, or like has Summoning Sickness removed from it. Okay, let's see what we draw. Of course it's a land. I guess we actually needed that. I didn't realize we were only at 5. I thought we were at 6 that whole time. So this is kind of bad news for him. We're going to fight, obviously, his priest. So now he's going to Witch's Oven his priest to bring the cat back. But our Thorn Mammoth is an absolute beauty of a card. Whenever Thorn Mammoth or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Thorn Mammoth fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. That's so broken, you guys, right? Again, we're going to allow him the option to trade with us, but he needs to trade 2 creatures for 1. And that's an okay trade. I don't mind it. Right? He actually sacrificed his food to gain life rather than playing his cat. I can't say I'm a fan of the play, but he went for it. He absolutely went for it. Alright, does 1 damage. He's going to play his Gutter Bones. I imagine he'll then sacrifice his Gutter Bones, play the cat. Who knows? Oh my god. I already have Trample. I guess that's just game, actually. because that deals 10 and he only has 9. So he would need to sacrifice a creature and then eat the food token just to survive. And he comes out of that with 2 life afterwards. Let's see how he plans to come back from this. Bellhaunt Basilica gains him a little bit of life. We don't have any cards to discard. And he does get that 1 damage in. Good for him. All we need to draw is creatures from here on out. Gutterbones comes in tapped, which is fine. We don't mind Gruul Beastmaster, it's pretty cool. And then again, he's going to take 2 damage and lose his Bellhaunt Basilica. That actually might be game, because now we can just have this killed. And he's going to need to sacrifice it, but then we still have 8 damage on the field. Let's berate him with the channel signature, hello, good game, a few more times. Those of you who are new to the channel, that's kind of what we do when we know we've won. He can play the cat, which is great. He's going to gain a life, takes him to 6. But again, forced to block and 8/3 with trample. So that's GG's. I think I made a pretty good case this afternoon for Gruul budget. 6 rares, 1 mythic. We didn't even play Vivien, which is our mythic in the deck. Didn't even need to, right? There's just so much power available in Gruul right now. Make sure to check it out. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out our other beginner videos. We've got those budget guides for you guys using 1 rare, 6 rares, 1 mythic, and you can find that below in the description. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. One last reminder to like, comment, and subscribe. All of our subscribers are entered in to win 500,000 gems. So once you've subscribed, go ahead to the YouTube page, scroll to the bottom, there's a gem giveaway playlist, and you can watch those videos to familiarize yourself with all of that. All right, thanks again, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you all tomorrow.